basically implanted in your skull. So
Elon has recently made an unusual project he plans to launch soon. The CEO of Tesla opened a tech company, and he wants to put wires in people's brains. And why is he doing this exactly? Keep on watching to find out the purpose behind the newest tech company called Neuralink. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. The multi-millionaire opened Neuralink around 2016, but it remained under the radar as a company until 2017. The company was later exposed by the Wall Street Journal when they broke the news that Elon had co-founded a company to merge humans with computers. One thing is for sure, for a guy running Tesla, developing wires to put in people's brains is a weird side hustle. Not to mention that Elon also owns the Boring Company, which plans to build an underground railroad for overpopulated cities. Another more notorious company he owns is SpaceX, a company that is all about space exploration. But his newest company, Neuralink, matches up with Elon's most terrible fears, which is artificial intelligence. Elon has frequently expressed that he is afraid that one day artificial intelligence might destroy the human race. Recently, he has also founded OpenAI, which is a general-purpose research organization, although it goes nowhere near in comparison with Neuralink, as this company has a powerful goal of enabling artificial intelligence into people's brains. When Elon made everything public about Neuralink, he claimed that they were in the process of creating a tiny microchip that is placed behind one's ear with the help of tiny electrodes that make their way into the brain. Neuralink technology is not a new concept. Many scientists have already created devices that can simulate the neurons in the brain and even interpret brain activity. A demonstration of this modern technology was given around 2012. It demonstrated a paralyzed patient who was able to control a robotic arm through the brain. But Elon doesn't want technology to stop there. He has explained that he wants Neuralink to be able to find a good treatment for Parkinson's disease and also merge humans with artificial intelligence. Elon also announced that so far the company has been able to successfully make a monkey control a computer through his brain. In 2019, Neuralink released 3 intriguing elements of its design. Number 1, wires that are able to move the brain around without harming it. According to Assistant Professor of Neurobiology, Andrew Hires, the floppiness of the wires that Neuralink proposed could advance in the tech field just because of how elastic they are. Andrew even spoke about this in the publication of Neuralink's white paper. Each wire is designed to be as flexible as possible. Andrew explained that they were even thinner than the human hair follicle. They carry electrodes that can stimulate brain activity as well as detect its activity. Stiff wires just weren't an option to be used because they can cause severe damage to the brain when a person moves around. Andrew has specified that the brain of a human is so soft it can even surpass Jell-O. Flexible wires would be a better option for any kind of device or technology that will be merged with another human's brain. This is because they would reduce the chances to damage the brain tissue or cause any inflammation. This technology, however, has been presented to the public for many years now, but we are quite unsure as to when it will be released and available on the market. These newfound flexible wires are robust and have maximum flexibility, making them very difficult to break. Even Dr. Riley Green spoke on the behalf of the newly founded technology. She explained that the material used to produce these thin threads is polymer, while the electrodes located in the thread are made completely of gold, which is known as research-level material used for various purposes in modern technology. Number 2, the future might replace surgeons with sewing machines. The only problem that exists with these floppy wires is that they are challenging to place inside the brain. That is why Neuralink needs to invent something completely new to find a solution to this problem. These wires would be placed inside the brain with a device that looks looks like a sewing machine. The way this technology works is that it uses a sharp needle to penetrate the outer surface of the brain and places these threads about 1 millimeter in the cortex. Andrew explained that this is quite a significant invention, as it is very hard for surgeons to take up the job. Many experiments were done by scientists to place these kinds of threads into a mouse's brain with the help of surgery. But even with the steadiest hands, surgeons could still not get it completely right. In the beginning, Andrew was baffled by the fact that a machine like this worked and it would not harm the human brain at all. Why this procedure needs to be so exact is because during breathing, or even the heart beats, the brain slightly moves around. How this machine works in such an exact way is by capturing a video of the blood vessels under its microscope, then using artificial technology to place the needle exactly under those blood vessels. Even though Elon has been open about this new technology, he has still claimed that the technology has a long way to go before being fully released to the public. Number 3, a powered chip that detects brain activity. The final invention that Neuralink is planning is to use a super-powered chip that will be able to detect brain activity. This will then be interpreting after being picked up by the electrodes. However, Andrew explained that there are problems with this technology that still need to be solved. We still haven't found a complete way to get these electrical signals out of the brain. As these signals travel down the thin, flexible wire, they will get distorted by movement and noise, as there is constantly electrical noise around us. Andrew even compared this new technology to upgrading your normal TV with an HD flat screen TV. That is because the technology will make it possible for you to record at higher precision from much more places. According to Riley Green, the most interesting thing about Neuralink wasn't really that the technology is revolutionary, but how they were brought together to work in such a precise way. From the wires to the electrodes and even the chips, all of these machineries have been in the process of being developed for quite some time now. And Dr. Green is excited that they finally have a chance to come together to create such a groundbreaking invention. But don't get too excited about Neuralink monkeys. Do you recall the monkeys we mentioned earlier? Well, in a 2019 Neuralink presentation, Elon said that he wasn't nearly impressed or surprised when he saw a monkey control a computer with his brain. Just to be clear, the monkey is not scrolling through Instagram or asking a question on Google with his mind. He's just trying to move an arrow to a little ball on the computer screen. Elon says that this kind of traditional brain-machine interference is something that had been invented a long time ago. Science is beginning to turn a monkey's thoughts into computer commands. Dr. Green said that during this sort of thing with Neuralink technology is something that might be considered impressive to the average person. Although, based on the extremely small size and the variation of materials, they want to achieve something more than just see a monkey move an arrow on a computer screen. While not being excited about the whole monkey thing, Elon, Andrew, and Dr. Green were much more excited to invent the technology of being able to feel artificial limbs by merging a human brain with artificial intelligence. They are planning to use this technology not only for paralyzed patients, but also for people with lost limbs and even those with locked-in syndrome. They want to give paralyzed patients movement through availability to have control over a robotic limb. Even though this kind of technology was invented in 2012, Neuralink is planning to take it even farther. They are planning to enhance their technology with haptic feedback. This might be possible if the Neuralink chips record what area of the brain is showing signals the movement we touch something or interact with the world. The electrodes take this information to stimulate the brain of people that use robotic prosthetics and give them the illusion that these prosthetics are real parts of the body. Neuralink is focusing on giving prosthetics haptic feedback. The goal of Neuralink's electrodes isn't really to stimulate the exactly right neurons of the brain perfectly. It is actually looking forward to generating this kind of feeling by making the brain adapt. For paralyzed patients or patients without limbs, he is hoping to teach their brains to reassociate with electrical stimulation patterns. This is possible as over time, the cortex can adapt to different stimulations. Elon's plan to merge humans with artificial intelligence won't likely happen. Dr. Green and Andrew were skeptical whether Elon would achieve this kind of technology when one day human consciousness would be interfered with by Neuralink artificial intelligence. It has a long way to go, but Andrew did not rule it out completely. Andrew commented that Elon's wish to merge human consciousness with artificial intelligence intelligence is just him going to aspirational fantasy land. However, he did say that anything could happen, as it is very difficult to predict what kind of technology would be in trend in the future. The reason why Andrew believes that Elon's plan is impossible to achieve is that the human race needs a better understanding of the brain, as well as more precise electrodes to stimulate every individual neuron of the brain. He also added that the human race has not been able to identify how the brain reorganizes itself to learn new things. On the other hand, Dr. Green was skeptical that if Neuralink can work and connect to people's brains, how will it be able to manage and protect the information of these brains? In mid-2020, Elon claimed that Neuralink will start planting chips on humans in the next 2 or 3 years. Although Elon has tested chips on humans before, it is a less complicated matter. We wonder how things will go with Elon and Neuralink overall. What do you think about this new technology? Is it better for the human race, or will it just destroy us in the faraway future? Make sure to leave a comment down below and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching.